So, to start this off, when you're in the lobby, you want to go over to your settings, and you want to make sure that it's either on default classic or classic. Because once you enter the game, if you're on classic, you just click once to the right, and you'll be on follow. And there's a very specific reasoning as to why, and I will show you once I'm in the game. But, you either click once to the right to get to follow, or when you're on default classic, you click once to the left to go to camera toggle. I'll be going to camera toggle for this. But yeah, that's how to first start this off. That's just the first step. Second one will be in the game. So, once you are in the game, you just swap over to settings yet again, and if it is unlocked, then that's good, because you can do it. Now you just swap over to camera toggle and or the follow, and now you're good. Now you have third person, and I'm gonna be playing on controller because the thing is if I move my mouse, instead it's actually going off screen right now, which I will. As you can see my mouse, it just moves around like this, even while I'm in game. And I can hold the right click, it won't do anything. So, you do, if you want to turn your camera, have to use a controller or some other form of turning. Joysticks work the best, obviously. But because of that, I now have to play on controller. And one of the reasons why I say be on default classic or classic is because once you swap over the camera mode once, it disables it. So now if I swap it to anything else, it will not change the mode anymore. So you can only do it once, and you can't go like, okay, well I want to get to classic, so I'm just going to click twice. It doesn't work. It will only swap over to follow, but like it'll look like you're on classic, except that's not how it works. Classic also does activate kind of a third-person view. It's just much closer to your character than what I currently have here, which is why I say that camera toggle and or follow is better. But that's effectively everything for the third person itself. Now I'm going to get into the weird stuff and the glitches that are involved with third person. So, I will cut to once I get there. He isn't showing up. Oh, there he is. But yeah, you can see him, and you do have to, like, actually look over at him as you would normally do to get rid of him. Another thing that I want to showcase is the cutscenes. So right now, I'm going into the Seek Chase, first one. And it's kind of goofy. So dumb. Seek Chase is actually kind of cool and fun. It's a bit harder, but it's more interesting in third person. And we're done. Here is yet another kind of busted cutscene. Being third person actually does help here. Not a lot, but it does help. Because things like the paper you can just grab like that, which is really bullshit. But also books are easier to grab, especially the high up ones. Bruh. Alright. This is also a bit broken, so by the way, one of the reasons why I'm playing on controller is because things like door 50's lock and door 100 electrical code, electrical box, you cannot do without a controller, or at least, you can't really interact with a mouse that easily. Sometimes it is literally impossible, but yeah. I also forgot my code, so I'm gonna look at this again real quick. And there we go. Ooh, shit, my controller disconnected for a second there. That's why the sudden frame rate drop and cut out of audio. Alright, so now that I'm in room 100, there is actually something you can do here that is a glitch, is you can just go through the gate and you can enter this area earlier than you are supposed to. This just means that you effectively skip figure without actually skipping him, because you still do have to go through that whole chase sequence anyways, and do it. It's just you'll be doing the chase later. This doesn't really save any time, because you still do have to go into here to hide from figure. So it doesn't really do a whole lot. And the way to get back in is by going through that. So yeah. That is that. And as you can see, if all of the switches were spawned there, I actually could have skipped figure, but I haven't had a successful run yet. I do kind of want to see what would happen if you did get every switch before even activating figure. So, I'll do a quick run through again, because I do actually want to see that real quick. Alright, so it doesn't look like, I could actually get all the switches before even activating the gate, which is sad, because I would have liked to see that. But now I have to activate this guy. Damn, he's slow as hell. Alright, yeah, see, it was right here. Damn. That's kind of sad. If that last one was spawned in that previous area, that would have been so good. Oh yeah. It's so dumb. And now you get to watch me suck at the power box because, I actually do suck at doing it when it comes to, on controller. Alright, never mind. I'm just better, I guess. Yeah, it's kinda... the camera's a bit weird there. So that can ruin that. But, yeah. That clipping through the walls thing with this is actually mostly... It's best used at door 100, but it can be used at other points. It's just whether or not that's actually available to you is completely determined by RNG. Use it as you will.